he's smashing on the brakes, and he's like, the plane's not stopping. The plane's not stopping. What's going on? This was a wild, wild story. Me and my buddy, I'll just say my buddy, we're flying down to Mustang Beach, which is just south of Ranzis. And we come into land. We're in his Bonanza. And I'm a relatively new pilot at this time, and he's flying left seat, I'm in the right. Well, we come into land, and he's smashing on the brakes, and he's like, the plane's not stopping. The plane's not stopping. What's going on? And everything happens really quickly when you're in this situation. Well, he's slamming on it. We're getting near the end of the runway, and there's water in front of us, and I'm just looking at him like, what are we gonna do? So my instant reaction was he had already pulled the throttle all the way out. I pulled the mixture to just kill the engine. And luckily we stopped in time, and what he realized was his foot wasn't on the brake, it was on next to the brake. So luckily he figured that out in time, but we came within feet of the end of the end of the runway and some water. And I mean, I don't know if it was the right call. It might not have been, but it worked. But it was just wild, and it shows you how quickly these instances can get out of hand. You know, when you're coming in to land and you're going 60 plus miles per hour and you've got a few seconds to react. And it was a lesson learned for both of us that day. I learned from his mistake, and luckily what I did helped us prevent going into the water. But that was wild. You got to just be mindful of everything that's going on. If something seems off, you've got to be prepared to change your focus and figure out what's going on and quickly adapt. And of course, now every time I'm flying, I'm always making sure my feet are where they need to be and not over to the right like his were. But it was definitely a serious situation. It could have been a lot worse. Fortunately, everything worked out, and it was definitely a lesson learned.